Okay, so this is the Cheetah eye mask with the taupe pillowcase. This hasn't even been fully opened. We've got a full box here. This is how it came in. As you can see, a lot of the corners got bent because of the packaging of the box. Probably should have had a border that protected it. So a lot of the packaging just came in looking like this. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab, this box hasn't really been opened, but I'm just gonna grab a few different ones, including something way underneath, so you know that they're picked randomly. Okay, so pulling these guys out. So, as you can see, they're not well sewn. This is, I don't know what that is. And they're all different too, you know, so the sewing is bad and it's inconsistent. So you can even compare these to the photos that Sarah sent, and they don't match. Again, we were not approving the shape or the size, that because we never made any changes to that. This is our 5th order or 6th order of the same product. The shape never changed from previous times. The only thing that changed was the material, and even with that, it shouldn't have impacted the shape of the eye mask. So here, you can see it best from the back. The side is smaller than that side. This is just bad sewing, as you can see. And then there's this kind of stuff going on at the top. You know, this is probably one of the worst ones of the ones we just pulled, but we've definitely seen worse. There's a lot of loose threads. The video's probably not capturing that, but there's a lot of loose threads. This side is smaller than this side. They're not round. Now, this is what they did previously. You know, it's a different strap material because they didn't have this color in the new satin, in the soft satin. But you can tell there's a difference. And this is the same factory. Our factory knows better. They don't want to take responsibility for this, but they know that this is what the workmanship was before. And they know that the workmanship that they did after is poor. They know it. They know what our standards are. Okay, so let's measure the strap length. Again, you've seen the strap length of the previous style. You know, it was anywhere from 35 to 38 and a half. This here is 32 and a half. Too small. This one's 33. And there's the bunching going on again. It's okay in one spot and then it's all bunched up over here. But let's see the length here. $32 and a half. And then here's the other. Look at all those, I don't know if you can see all the loose threads. This is how a lot of them have come in. And this one is about 32 and a half, just a little over 32 and a half. So when you put this on, it's really tight. and I'll actually show you. Excuse my appearance. I've been in the warehouse all day, and I just got back from an overseas trip. I actually have a small head, and it's tight on my head. There's this seam. It's not supposed to look like that. This is from their old shipment. This is their old shipment. That's how it's supposed to fit. It's very different. And it makes, this is again the wrong one, the bad one. So you can see the difference. And again, excuse my appearance. I basically just got in from an international flight and came in here to do this for you. But it's really very tight here. Okay. So now we're going to measure the pillowcases that we had pulled from that box. You have the written communication confirming that the size should be 20 by 26 from the factory. We got samples, I believe it was in January. We told her to correct it, and in that WeChat communication that we sent you, she said yes, she confirmed it. It's in black and white. So you know that the measurements of the pillowcases are supposed to be 20 by 26. So the length on this one is 25 and a half. Did you get that? Mm-hmm. And the height is, this one's 18 and a quarter. So actually maybe it's more like 18 and a half actually. It's 18 and a half. This one's a little less than 18 and a half. Okay, that's one. There's another. This one is 25. Just over 25 and a half. Actually, it's 25 and a half. Okay, did you get that? Mm-hmm. And then, make sure getting this correctly. This is 18 and a half. It's supposed to be 20 by 26. Okay. Okay. And then this one. This one's 25 and a half of them going from seam to seam. It's pulling it out a little too far actually. Shouldn't have to stretch it. And they all came in wrinkled like this. This one is closer to 26. But if you go seam to seam, this one's more like 25 and 3/4. And then the height is okay, 18 and a half. Okay. And the last one here. This one is closer to 26 in length, and then the height on the edges. $18.25. Stretch it out. 18 and a half. No, 18 and a quarter. I don't know if you can see that. 18 1/4.
Okay.
So something to note, you didn't pause it, did you? Okay, so something to note is the size that we had pre-approved, the sample size was the previous shipment, not, and the only thing that we saw before they started production, as far as the eye masks go, were the prints, and it was done over through pictures. We didn't get the actual samples until after they started production, but we were never looking at the length of the straps or the size of the eye masks because we've produced this many times before and the dimensions had not changed. So that's a really important point, and that's one of the reasons why we keep pulling old shipments for you to reference. But even so, if you look at the photos that they sent of the eye masks, they're not the quality that we've shown you. So yeah, this should make things really clear. We have spent hours now of taking video. My staff has done it too. We've wasted so much time, and you know we've lost a lot of money with this shipment, and I think we've provided you quite a bit of documentation. Thank you.